Jewish cook sliced open a loaf of bread. Then he divided the potato soup among his starving countrymen who had not eaten in 3 days. The Germans found that the chef was secretly feeding everyone. They immediately whipped the chef, hitting him until his head was covered in blood. The soldiers knocked over all the food. They raised their whips again and continued to beat the Jewish chef. The other Jewish people gathered together eating bread. They watched the chef being beaten with indifference. To get revenge, the Jewish chef lured a German officer into the kitchen. When the officer lifted the lid of a pot, the Jewish chef grabbed a small knife and hid it behind his back. The German officer walked over to question him. He took the chance to kill the German officer. The chef revealed a smile. Then, the Jewish man sharpened a dagger and hid an axe in his clothes. While an officer was changing his shoes, they tried to attack the German officer from behind, but the officer turned around at that moment. The people around him immediately rushed forward to cover the German officer's mouth. Then they pulled out a small knife and killed him. They then lured other German officers to the tailor shop. As soon as an officer put on his leather coat, the Jewish men rushed out and choked him to death. Through various ambushes, the Jewish people killed 15 German officers. The last German officer returned to his office. He found blood on the door. He followed the blood trail and found a dead body. He rushed to pick up the phone to call for help, but the phone line had been cut. He had to tell his soldiers to notify the others. The Jewish people knew they had been exposed and immediately told everyone to scatter and run. The Germans immediately opened fire and bullets shot wildly at the Jewish people. But the Jewish people braved the hail of bullets and broke through the barbed wire. However, the perimeter of the concentration camp was littered with countless landmines. Behind them, German machine guns were constantly firing. Many Jewish people fell and died there.